Hello, today we will be talking about one element of the accounting equation, which is liability. What is a liability? For a company to be able to recognize a liability, there are three criteria that needs to be met for the company to be able to recognize that. The first one is the entity has an obligation. So the obligation in this sense is the responsibility that an entity has no practical ability to avoid, and this obligation may be established by a contract or from an entity's customary practices, published policies, or specific statement that it has made on its website. The second criteria is the obligation is to transfer an economic resource. So obligation in this sense include to pay cash or deliver goods or provide services. The third one is that the obligation is a present obligation that exists as a result of a past event. Exists if the entity has already obtained economic benefit, for example, consumed goods and services, or taken an action, example, operating in a particular market, and subsequently the entity will or may have to transfer an economic resource it would not otherwise have had to transfer. So putting all these three together, we have the definition for a liability. So a liability is a present obligation of the entity to transfer an economic resource as a result of past events. We will talk about the types of liabilities. The two types of liabilities that mostly is seen on the balance sheet. We have the non-current liability and the current liabilities. We also have contingent liabilities, which I will cover in another video. I'll cover it under IS 37. We will move on to non-current liabilities. It is defined as an obligation of an entity which needs to be settled after a year. We have examples of non-current liabilities to be long-term loans, mortgage, debenture, employee pension, and then for the current liability, it's a present obligation of an entity which needs to be settled within 1 year. So example of current liabilities, we have short-term loans, we have interest payables, we have trade payables, we have accrued expenses, we have tax payables, and the list could go on and on. So for the purpose of liability as an element of the accounting equation, we will end the video here. Thank you for watching the video and see you in my next video. Please subscribe and like this video. See you. Bye bye.